what is internet marketing? What is online marketing? Internet marketing is just another vehicle of marketing, really. It's a cheap and effective lead generator. It allows us to communicate at pennies what we would do. For example, in comparison, if you wanted to open a practice, what do you usually do to promote your practice? Usually, we've done radio, television, we've done direct mail, sending out brochures to the community. That's very, very expensive. What online marketing allows you to do is you can actually track different. You can actually now use, for example, in Google, you can actually buy advertising based upon your keywords. So, for example, if you're San Diego Weight Loss Clinic, you can bid for the keyword San Diego Weight Loss Clinic and then have your advertisement for your clinic on the Google. And again, it's pennies compared to what you could do elsewhere because you're only paying for people to come to your website. That's known as pay-per-click advertising, again, beyond the scope of this. But it's just another way of positioning. Internet marketing is just another vehicle of marketing. So imagine this is the internet. And imagine that, they used to call the internet the information superhighway. Well, imagine that there's millions, billions of people on the internet right now, and they have questions. And if you can provide the solutions to their answers, you can become wealthy. Let me say that again. If you have questions, if you can position yourself to provide the solutions to what they have, you can become wealthy. It's not that people didn't wanted to buy an ebook. That's how I get started with an ebook or a digital product. It's the solution that was in the product is what they wanted. And the next question I usually get, well, isn't everything on the internet for free? Well, people don't have time. And if you can provide some specialized knowledge and give them exactly what they want, and you have a good value, you should be able to put a price on that. You should put a price on that. And again, the demand for quality health information is greater than ever. And one of my ideas, and we'll talk about this physician network I'm launching, is I'm fighting on the internet for quality health information. I am literally fighting. If you want to see what a typical health information resource is out there, go look in your spam folder and see what kind of stuff is out there. There is some crazy stuff, and that's who we're fighting against. Again, I'm not saying allopathic versus alternative medicine. There's definitely avenues for that. I definitely do that. But there are some things that we know are just scam artists, snake oil stuff. And one of my goals is actually find a handful of physicians who kind of want to join me on this in providing great quality and health information for consumers out there on the internet. And why do I know that people want quality health information? Again, Dr. Oz, great stuff. I mean, when I learned stuff from him on Oprah all the time. But the reason why Dr. Oz is powerful is because he explains information and good quality health information to what somebody can easily understand. Easily understand. It's not this hypey kind of, weight loss pill thing and all this other kind of stuff and that's out there. Look at the alternatives that are out there. So I'll talk about that at the end. Won't have a lot of time, but I'm trying to build like a physician network for people who are interested in providing good health information out there on the internet, and I think we can do a really good job in doing that. So give you some examples about doctors needed. Internet physicians. One of the first businesses I got started was providing medical information for consumers where they would make a phone call and talk to a physician. That was one of the vehicles that we started. I'm not talking about, not the writing prescriptions for Viagra or anything like that. Please do not do that. Please do not do that. Health information, products, and services, that's how I really got started in building my nest egg, so to speak. It's providing good products and services out there. We'll talk about health affiliate and CPA marketing. This is where you could create a website and actually refer products that you like to other people, and if they buy that particular product, you get a percentage of that product. So if you like this exercise equipment and you recommend it on your blog, they could go to your website and go through what's known as an affiliate link, and if they purchase through your website, you can get a percentage of that. So, for example, if they buy let's say this $2,000 treadmill, you might get 10% on that. That's 10% that you didn't have previously. So there are different avenues that you can make income that are considered more passive income. You can create your own health products, physical products. I did talk a little bit about the supplement business and how it's kind of scammy, but you can create a product. Let's say you have a product or a supplement that you like and it has these ingredients. You can actually get the ingredients made of that particular supplement that you like, get it manufactured, and sell that type of product as well. So you can, if you want to go that route. Or you can promote your own clinical services. For example, for your website, let's say, again, for those who want to market their practice, you can add another income stream into that specific practice. I'll give you an example. For one of our autism doctors, he charges an email consultation fee. He charges an email consultation fee. He's working at home, and he charges a fee for that. He added an extra service to that. So there are things that you can add on there. Email, you can add, for example, webinars. If you don't know what a webinar is, it's basically like a conference video. You can add that to your existing practice. And again, these are things that you could be doing, but you're not necessarily having to drive to your office and actually do things. These are things that you can start be adding to your own practice if you'd like. And then you can get involved in medical marketing, which is what I do quite a bit, where I work with other doctors and help them market their services on the internet, help them with internet consulting, helping them ranked on the search engines, and things like that. So these are just a handful of examples that I think of where you can utilize the internet to bring additional income. But I'm basically going to focus today on about creating products, information products and services, and as I got a lot of people who came up here, really we're looking very, very interested about that. Information marketing for doctors. Again, what I like about this and how I got started with this, when my first product, the ebook I made on saving money on prescription drugs, is I produced it once and then I was done. I made it once and I made sales continuously on that. Now, websites are your 24-hour salesman. They're up all the time. You can create a website, talk about your product, and then create a link and sell it. It's really as easy as that. You can make sales while you sleep. You can make sales while you sleep. I'm making sales right now as I'm talking about here. It's the very definition of building passive income. Here are some health information product examples. You can do books, digital and physical. We had a nice doctor here was telling me, what's the difference between publishing a book? I guess you had to talk about publishing and working with a company, or publishing, self-publishing, writing the book yourself. Well, the difference is show me a bestseller on Amazon, and I'll show you someone who's a starving bestseller. The real key in the publishing world is that if you're think you're going to get wealthy writing a book and getting it published by major companies, then this is my opinion, but it's a fact. If it's a $25 book, you sell this book for $25, your royalty fees will be less than $1. Your fees will be going to the major marketing houses. You write a book. When you write a book, the idea of writing a book is really to be a lead generation avenue. You write a book for credibility, but you're not going to get rich on the sales of the book. You're going to get wealthy writing a book that people want, that gets you to speak at events where they pay you $1,000, $5,000, or whatever at different events. I'm writing a book right now. I'm getting it published. But if you're writing a book in terms of just specific information, the best way to do that is through self-publishing. Does that make sense? Okay, because you're not going, in my opinion, books are only good as lead generation vehicles. You can write a book, sell it on the web, digitally and physically. We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about membership or subscription websites. What are subscription websites? For example, you can have I have a friend, she owns a weight loss site where she gives, and she just sold it, but it was a weight loss site. There was like $20 a month that they would join, and they would go into this website, and they'd be getting these different weight loss tools that they could use, managing their weight. She had people who would talk to them about their consultations about weight loss. She would have different articles on the website. She had a forum where people could interact and talk about that, and she would charge $20 a month. 500 members is $10,000 a month on recurring revenue. Again, definition of passive income. Another one is newsletters. We do a physical newsletter where we sell. Again, a monthly newsletter. It works the same way. It's 12 to 16 pages of content. You write it once a month. And again, all this stuff is completely outsourced. I have editors to do that. They produce the articles, and then they send it out. DVDs and audio products. I'll talk about how you can create DVDs and audio products, and I'm not talking about having them in your garage. I'm talking about how you can have them working with a company who they order, the CD is produced, and is delivered to them. Another example is lead generation for your clinical service. I kind of talked about that, where the idea is you have a small, you can have a health information product. Let's say it's a $5 or $10 type product on how to stop smoking or whatever that they purchase. And the idea is that you get clients to go then to your practice where you can sell more high ticket items, is what we like to call them, where you charge them for a consultation. So we'll go over that. So the idea of this is I want to get to the point is you can leverage your medical knowledge in a different way. You can leverage it in working with consumers. You can leverage your medical knowledge in working with other businesses and hospitals. You can leverage your medical knowledge in working with other physicians. Any service that you're currently offering can be a product. Any service can be a product. I'll tell you exactly what that's about. And again, it's okay to charge what you're worth. It's okay to charge what you're worth. Information product. So how do we create a product? Well, you can write it. Let's say you've got the smoking cessation. So you just program that's awesome. That's really helped your clients. You can write it yourself. You can record it yourself. You can get a voice recorder and go ahead and just record yourself for 60 minutes. The easiest way to get a product created is have somebody interview you. Give them 10 questions. Here are the 10 questions you want, and they talk about this particular product. 60 minutes, you're done. That's a product. If you don't, that's the easiest way that you can do it, and you just asking questions of what you know. If you have specialized knowledge that you think people are willing to pay for, it's your duty to share that to the world. And you know, this is a different mindset. It is your duty to share that to the world. If you really, if you really believe that you came here to help people, why not tell more people about it? Not just people in your town. You can buy the rights to their products that you can purchase, that you can own the rights to and sell those products. You can outsource it. We have health writers. I pay them as little as $5 to $10 for an article, really good article written. Some of them are doctors who just want to make extra income, and they do it. They just write the products. That's how we get our newsletters done. And then you can self-produce CDs and DVDs. So how does this work? Okay, so let's say we got this smoking cessation product. We have our friend interview us. We create a 60-minute MP3 recording. So how do we sell that? Well, there's a company called Kunaki.com, Kunaki.com, and what it does is it basically takes that audio, and what it will do is once you get an order, it will then send it to the company and produce a CD. It can be in a CD or a DVD case. You can put your own images, and it self-publishes that. The total cost is about $5. $5. It's shipped to your client, your customer, your client. It's shrink wrapped. It's in a bubble case. They get it delivered within 5 to 10 business days. If they want to do it faster, they can pay extra for that. But it is a great way of getting an audio or video product in their hands for at minimal cost. Pretty cool? Yeah. So what it is people are now willing to pay for information. They've always been willing to pay for information. But if you have a product, you can charge $20, $50, $97, whatever you think is a value that would help other people, you can do the same. Product creation made easy. I forgot to bring it. A flip camera. This is a flip HD camera. Costs about, I think, $200. Great. You don't need, people think when they have to create videos, they have to have a cassette and everything like that. If it's got to get information, you can go ahead and just interview yourself talking. Create that as a DVD, send that out. You can click whatever, and then send that out right there. Very, very easy to do. You can get the video up onto Kunaki, and then you're done. Product creation is very, very easy to do. Again, I'm just going through this really quickly. I'm just giving you what the potential is for you to do that. You don't need to have an expensive studio. You don't need to have expensive video equipment. You can do all that. So kind of let's look at the numbers. Let's say we have our smoking cessation product, and we have an interview. We do this interview. We ask the questions on what to do. We have strategies that we do. We sell this. So, or not smoking. I had this safely